Good morning, everyone. Hello.
Good morning.
All right. Now, today we're going to talk about vehicles, okay? But first question for you guys. Where do you live? Changchun. Okay. Where is Changchun?
In Jilin, China.
But where's that?
In the northeast of China.
Yes, in the northeast of China. What is Changchun famous for? Anything else?
Corn.
Corn, yes. Agriculture. But today we're going to look at automobiles. Okay? Automobiles. So what is an automobile?
Vehicles.
Okay, vehicles. What type of vehicles?
Which has engines.
Which has engines. Now, does all vehicles have engines? Yes or no? Now, the easiest way to say what an automobile is, it's a vehicle that can take you or something from one place to another, okay? So it can be a car, it can be a bus, it can be a train, okay? So it is broken down into something that can take you from here to there, okay? But today we're going to talk about Changchun International Automobile. So we know where we live. International, what does that mean?
All over the world.
Yeah, pretty much all over the world. Automobile, that can be anything really. It can be a car, a lorry, even a train. Now, Changchun has a nickname, okay? Just like America. America has a big car industry. Most cars were made in the city of Detroit. So Changchun had the nickname of Detroit, yeah, because it produced cars as well as trains and other vehicles. So today we're going to talk about the car industry, which is famous in Changchun because in our history we have to start somewhere. So we're going to start with July the 13th, 1956. Sorry, I wasn't born then, but that is when China decided to make cars in Changchun. People's Republic of China then set up an industry. And the first company to come along was Ford. Okay? First Automobile Works is what it stands for. First Automobile Works. But because that name is too long, okay, we just stick with the first three letters. Now, like other car companies you may have heard of, BYD. What does that stand for? BYD.
BYD.
Do you know what it means? Build your dreams. Now, if you've got a car, can you imagine it being written on the back of your car? Build your dreams? Or do you want it smaller?
It's small.
Smaller is good, yeah? You've got a nice car, you don't want build your dreams, you just want a small name. So, Ford started. Now, back in 1956, you had Jilin. They started to make trucks, okay? Trucks. And along with Jilin, you had Hongqi, which is still making vehicles today. Now, most of you will know this as red flag. Okay?
Yeah.
Have you seen the cars red flag?
Yes.
Yeah? Very popular these days, very expensive. It is China's #1 car compared to Rolls-Royce, Bentley, or another foreign luxury brand. So today, International automobiles. Now you said automobile can take you from A to B. So what vehicles can you tell me about?
Bus,
Bus, yes? Bus can take you anywhere. What else?
lorry,
Lorry?
Tank.
Tank. Do you drive to work in a tank? Yes or no?
No.
No. Have you ever driven to work in a tank? Yes or no? Have you driven to work in a tank?
Yeah.
You've driven to work in a tank. So I'm not the only one who's driven to work in a tank. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Now, floor, okay? It's the first automobile works. Now, this is a big company in China. It is a big company. But to make vehicles, you need to have help, okay? Help. Now, Floor decided to work with Audi, okay? Volkswagen and Toyota. Now, these are the three main brands that work with Floor. So Audi is produced in this city and made here. So if you go to the showroom in town, you can buy an Audi. It is made in China. Unless you want a foreign version, then you will get it from Germany. Same as Volkswagen, the car is made here and you have another choice. You can buy a foreign version. Toyota is made in China, and a few years ago, Mazda was also part of this company. Yeah, Mazda used to be part of Floor. Now, as I've just said, Audi and Volkswagen and Toyota, are they Chinese companies?
no, they are not.
No. So could we call them international companies? Because Audi is from Germany, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, where's Volkswagen from?
German.
Germany, okay. Where's Toyota from?
Japanese.
From Japan,
Japan.
okay. Now, Audi is expensive,
Yeah.
okay. Is Volkswagen expensive?
Some of them. Most of them are not expensive.
Well, if you've got the money, you can buy it. If you haven't, you do something else. But Audi and Volkswagen, do you know anything about them?
Audi. 你知道奥迪和那个大众吗
奥迪 is the son of
？Volkswagen.
Volkswagen.
Is a son.
Son.
You mean it's a
Branch.
branch of Volkswagen? Well, actually, yes. Volkswagen own Audi.
Yeah.
Volkswagen also own Seat. Yeah, so one car company can own different brands. Like, for example, Jaguar and Land Rover, Range Rover, are all owned by one company, Tata. Okay?
Tata is an English brand or Indian brand.
I believe it's an Indian brand. But they own the car companies. But to make money, Audi is your luxury brand. Okay? Volkswagen has always stayed to its original history about being a cheap, affordable family car. And Toyota was designed for the Japanese to use for their own benefits. Now, these cars are all made in this city, okay? Anybody own an Audi? Anybody own a Volkswagen? Toyota? No? Okay. So, can you tell me any other foreign cars that are in this city? Foreign cars. For example, BMW. What else?
Mercedes-Benz.
Mercedes-Benz, okay. Mercedes-Benz. Where does Mercedes comes from?
I say Germany.
Germany, yes. So the Germans are
Good at making cars.
very good. Where does Porsche come from?
Germany.
Yeah? Right, okay. Now let's think about something, all right? You've got the rich company, the normal day use car. Now, here's an idea for you. Sports cars. Very expensive, yes?
Yes.
Now, who knows Ferrari? Do you know Ferrari? Okay. Who owns Ferrari?
Walker Serene.
Volkswagen? No. Fiat. Fiat. So those little small cars you see everywhere, they own Ferrari. Yeah, Ferrari. So let's go and have a look at this. What is it?
It's a car.
Yeah, it's a car. Very common to see in this city. It's an Audi. So, automobiles. Right, now we have these, okay? SUVs. Okay, what does SUV stand for? It's okay, it's okay. Sport utility vehicle.
Sports utility vehicle.
Now, for me, this is a nice car, but it's a sport utility vehicle. So what does that mean? When you think a car can drive on the road, yes? An SUV can drive on the road. Yes? So what's the difference between this one and a car?
Big.
Big?
High.
High? So let's think, big and high. Well, red flag make very big cars. Okay, the H9, for example, the flagship model. But no, the difference between this and a car is that this one is supposed to be driven off-road. Yeah? So you could take this into the countryside and it will drive perfectly up hills, down hills, in rivers, in bogs. It's supposed to be driven anywhere. But if you have the money to buy one of these, will you ever take it off the road? I wouldn't, because these are very expensive. So that is another vehicle. Now, nice picture of Optimus Prime. Trucks. What do we need trucks for?
Delivery.
Exactly, deliveries. Now, every day we see trucks. They deliver food, goods, building materials. Yeah? So trucks are always used. Right, pickup truck. Pickup truck. Now, it can go off-road, okay, because it's quite high up. But it's only called a pickup truck because it has a back bit where you can put things in it. Yeah? So this is why it's called a pickup truck. but it doesn't look like a truck. Would you say it looks like a car, really? Nothing special to it.
So does a pickup truck belongs to trucks or belongs to cars?
This is the question. Because I have a driving license, you have a driving license. Yeah? I can drive a car, you can drive a car. We can drive this, okay, on the same license in most countries. I'm not too sure about the Chinese license, depending on the number of seats you can have in a vehicle. Now, for example, some of these are 5-seaters. Some of them are 7-seaters. Now, I believe if you buy the Ford F50 Raptor, you need a lorry license to drive it because it's too big. It's very wide and long. You need a lorry license or a truck license to drive that car. Although it's a car, you need a bigger license to drive it. Now, that said and done, it's just a pickup truck. Right, buses. Is that a bus?
Yeah.
Is that a bus?
Yes.
You say yes? Is it a bus? No, that's actually a coach. Now, most people get this wrong. Buses and coaches, okay? Buses and coaches. Now, if you live in a city, you take the bus for about 2 yen. Yeah, or you take your card out and you swipe the machine and you get on the bus one door. It drives all around the city, stops, and you get off the back door. That is a bus. The only difference between a bus and a coach is that a coach will take you on longer distances. For example, once I took a coach from here to Jilin. Because it's a long way, I decided to take a coach. That's the only difference between a bus and a coach. Coaches go long distances, buses stay within the towns. Van. What's so good about a van?
It can take more people.
It can take more people? Okay, that's a good answer. Now, vans are actually very good vehicles because, for example, you can carry people in them. You can have a driver, a passenger, and in the back, you can have passengers. Now, depending on your driving license, you can drive one of these carrying 15 people. Yeah? Or you can take out all the seats in the vehicle, apart from the driver's one, and you can use this for delivering goods because a van is smaller than a lorry. So it's easier to put water and food and drive into a busy city, park this, open up the back, unload it, deliver it to the shop, and then drive off. If you drive a lorry into a town centre, can it park?
No.
It will block off the road and will take a long time to deliver goods. That's why, for example, in Korea, lorries will deliver goods at night. So late at night, when everyone's sleeping and the roads are empty, lorries will deliver their goods and put them on the floor outside the shops and then drive off. So in the morning, when everyone gets up to go to work and go to school, the roads are clearer. So vans are good for delivering goods. My favourite. What is it?
Fire engine.
Yeah, it's a fire engine. What do we need these for? What do we need a fire engine for?
To store some water and to fight with the fire.
Well, a fire engine is designed to go to different locations, carry water, or be able to take water from a natural source, from the ground or from a tap. But its main purpose is to save lives from either fires, car crashes, people stuck in buildings, elevators. So these vehicles are the most important to have on the roads. Now, with fire engines, they're big and red and very noisy, just so that people should move out of the way. What's that?
It's an ambulance.
Yeah, it's an ambulance. What do we need ambulances for?
For emergency, to save people's lives.
To save people's lives, yes. So if you see an ambulance, please move out of the way. Okay, so vehicles. Can anybody else think of another vehicle we use?
Is bike a vehicle?
Your bike can take you from A to B with a passenger, yes.
Motorbike.
Motorbikes. Now with Changchun, we make cars, we also make subway vehicles, we also make trams and light rails. Yeah? You make your bullet trains are made in this city. Now with the vehicles comes money and a chance to go internationally. Now, for example, we have cars in China, yes, we have cars around the world. Now, we know that the Germans have come to Changchun, they've set up their businesses and cars are made here and sold over China. Now, our cars from China going international, can you buy a Chinese car in another country? Yes or no?
I think yes.
Yes, because China is leading the way now with vehicles. But what type of vehicles are they leading the way in?
New energy?
Exactly, new energy. So what types of energy do we use in a car today?
Gas?
Well, we use petrol, yes.
Ethanol?
Ethanol,
Electric?
electric, LPG.
What is
LPG is liquid petroleum gas.
Oh,
Now we have other types of vehicles. We have dual fuel. Dual fuel. Now my car runs on petrol. I go to the petrol station and have to fill it up. Now dual fuel, hybrids. Okay, hybrids. It's when it's using one fuel and something else to make the best of it. So you can use the alternator to regenerate power. And then we have electric cars. Now, electric cars you can see every day, yes?
mm-hmm.
How do you know if you see an electric car or an electric vehicle?
The license is red in this city.
Green.
Oh yes, green, sorry.
The license plate is green. Yes? Now you'll see taxis and buses with a green number plate. Yeah? That tells you that that vehicle is purely electric. Now if you see a bus, okay, and it's got a yellow number plate and then a green number plate, it means it's hybrid. It's still using electricity and it's using something else. old taxis used to be gas, petrol. Now suddenly they run out, they open the boot of the vehicle and they turn on the tap and they have a liquid gas inside the back of the taxi. And then they use the gas to carry on driving. But this is the way we're going now. We've gone from fossil fuels using petrol to hybrids to cut down emissions in the ozone, and then to make our lives better, we are slowly moving on towards electric vehicles. Now, for example, in my country, in the year 2030, okay? It's not long ago. It's not long to go, is it?
8 years to go.
8 years. In 8 years' time, you cannot buy a petrol or a diesel car in England. They are permanently banned from this year. So that means England will eventually turn all to electric vehicles. Now, does anybody like electric vehicles? Do you like them?
Yes,
Why do you like them?
I like the sound.
The sound.
When you get in the vehicle, when it drive, unlike the engine one, the sound is very special.
Okay. Is that it? But to me, the sound is not that
And
good.
it's also environment friendly.
Environment friendly compared to getting into a nice Lamborghini with a V12 engine. That to me sounds very good. Yeah, the same as a motorbike. You see people riding motorbikes and the engine's nice and loud. Imagine an electric motorbike. Where's the fun? There's no fun. So, would you buy an electric car?
Maybe not.
Maybe not. But soon, like England, you may not have a choice. Now, in this city, for example, it is getting very expensive to drive. Yeah, the price of fuel is going up and up and up. But when you compare that to electric cars, you can go home and plug in your car, 200 yen, and it can take all night while you're sleeping to charge up. And then you just drive off and wait till your batteries are dead and then charge it in again, 200 yen. That's still cheaper than the average price of gas. For me, if I had an electric car, I could charge my car twice. But if I go to the petrol station and I fill my car up twice, instead of paying 400 yen, and I could stay at home, do nothing, go to the petrol station, I'm looking at almost 1,000 yen just to fill my car up twice. So which would you choose? The old system, petrol station, or the newer system, stay at home, plug in and pay? But electric cars are still in the process of evolving. Now, we all know Tesla make electric cars. We all know that other companies make electric cars. Big difference is China is leading the way with distance. Okay, distance. Now, a Tesla can drive 480 kilometers. Okay, it doesn't sound a lot, 480 kilometers on one charge. Yeah, so from A to B, it can go. But if you look at Chinese cars, they are now pushing the distance between 1,000 kilometers to 1,400. Now that is a lot better than a Tesla. Almost 3 times the distance. But the only problem with these cars that can do this is that they are very expensive. For example, Li. They make big SUVs and small cars, but they start at 300,000 yen. And then you still have to buy your own charging station and have it fitted to where you live to charge your car. But the way the world is going, we will eventually be running on electric until we can find another solution that's cleaner and safer and will last. You know, we can't go around driving with nuclear powered cars. It'd be too dangerous if we crashed. So we're now with electric cars.